everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to troubleshoot your course and boost results. It's no surprise if you're reading my blog that you probably have an idea for a course or a product that you want to create. And even more importantly, you're looking to create something that's going to have a long-term impact on your audience. This is exactly what my friend Tina had planned as a registered dietitian and nutritionist. She planned and created a course on how to quit sugar. It sounded like an awesome idea. So Tina went through the process of creating her product and she launched without a hitch. And even more awesome is she had a full group of participants who were ready and excited to take her course. The feedback throughout the course was really great and people were very successful. By the end of the 6-week program, most of the people had quit sugar and were very excited because they were feeling better, they looked better, and they were ready to go, into their lives with this new change that they had made. However, a few months down the line, Tina had followed up with some of the participants in her course, and she found out that most of them had actually relapsed, that they were back on sugar again, and all the work that they had done in her course sort of went down the drain. She felt really frustrated because her goal was to help people create long-term life changes and have a happier, healthier lifestyle. And it only seemed to work during the 6 weeks that they were in her program. So she didn't know what to do. The first thing that I encouraged Tina to do when she came to me was to figure out exactly what the problem was. We knew that people enjoyed the program during the 6 weeks that they were in it, that they were very successful, and upon completion of the program, they were very optimistic that they would be able to continue through with her strategies and apply them to their lives in the long term. But what we found out was that wasn't actually the case. And so the problem was not that the course material wasn't awesome and amazing, but that the transition out of the course, almost you could say the offboarding of the course and the application into their lives was where they were really struggling. So that was the problem that Tina had to deal with. Tina was not satisfied with giving people the information and having it end there. She wanted these people to be successful. So now that Tina knew the problem, she had to dig into it a little bit deeper. Why was this problem occurring? Why could people not, continue this on 3 months, 6 months, a year later to stay off sugar? So Tina continued to investigate, and what she realized was even though she very much encouraged the participants of the course to find a community to help support them outside of the course, most of the participants found this really difficult to do. Their friends and family did not really agree with or welcome this new lifestyle they had. So when they went to different family events and things, it was all sugar filled, and it didn't work for them. They felt left out. They didn't know what to eat. There was a lot of pressure. And so the course ended and they lost the communications with the people in the course itself. And therefore they were struggling to have that support. So now Tina knew what the problem was and why it was happening. So it was up to her to further update her program so that people could have this long-term success. For any course or program that you're creating, you want to create an environment for success. And this is beyond just the program itself. What can you do to help people in the long term? Everyone knows that one of my favorite recommendations is to provide information and feedback. So throughout your course, making sure that people are getting the opportunity to practice what you're teaching them in their real lives and then getting feedback on that. In the case of Tina's course, this could be doing something like keeping a food journal and then getting feedback from the group on what they're doing, or maybe talking about different replacement recipes, things like that. The feedback is what really helps people not only practice something and, get to feel more comfortable with it, but it helps them catch, the areas where they're still having a little bit of struggle. The next thing that you can do to create an environment for learning is to provide different resources and tools. When you help the people in your courses or your programs create a toolbox, this is a toolbox that they can take with them well beyond the program. And this is what some of my most favorite courses have always done. A toolbox could simply be a workbook that has different job aids that people can take, and maybe they hang up a process up on their fridge so they can look at it every day. Or maybe it's some type of audio that they can listen to when they need some reassurance. All these different sort of resources that you can provide your learners, they can pack up and take with them well beyond the ending of your course or program. And these are things that will support them even when they don't necessarily have people by their side to do that. The next thing would be to help people understand the consequences, incentives, and rewards. When you jump into a 6-week program, you have expectations as to what is going to happen over those 6 weeks. What you don't always get expectations of is what sort of the long-term incentive is. Really helping your participants understand that will keep them motivated. So, for example, we can all quit sugar and feel really good for a 6-week period, but for some people, that's just not a long-term lifestyle. Or maybe it needs to be compensated in some ways a little bit. Figuring out what people's motivations are and providing them with incentives. One thing for Tina's class that I thought of was if people are keeping a food journal and sort of a thoughts and feelings journal during the portion of her course, this is something that they can reference to later on when they're trying to make those choices. Because sometimes when we're in a pressure situation, we forget like how good we felt when we weren't consuming sugar, and we just really want that cupcake so bad. So by helping people be able to review the way they felt and, the progress that they're making and the rewards that they're getting as a part of that, and helping them bring that to the long-term vision will really help people stay on track. And then, of course, it's always important to make sure that your participants are ready for your material. Anyone can do something for 6 weeks, but not everyone can make a long-term change. And sometimes it's important to know if, people are even up for this. Maybe not everybody is ready for a course on how to quit sugar. And you need to help your audience figure this out for themselves. Because if you want to be successful in your business, it's not going to help you having the wrong people in your course. I want to encourage you to always look at the different sides of your problem, look at it from top down, left to right, in all different angles, and really try to figure out, how you can ensure that long-term success for your audience. And I'd really like to know, what is your experience in creating courses and having short-term versus long-term success, and how your participants have done. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Have a great day.